Hey guys, I'm Simmi and welcome to the Pesties.
Hi, and I'm Michael, and that's not the name of this show. It's not called The Pesties. We clearly went over that in the beginning. This is called The Best of the Pests.
We're really excited to chat with you guys today. We have a podcast. Michael's my brother. Our parents have owned pest control businesses dating back to the 1970s.
We're based in the Philadelphia tri-state area. Northeast Exterminators and Mainline Exterminating are both under the same umbrella for our family. And we service a lot of major commercial accounts, buildings that you might have been in, and also thousands of residential customers as well.
We have a lot of fun facts, a lot of pro tips. We'll have some great guest stars on for the pest control industry. And that's really what we want to talk to you guys about today.
This is episode 1, which is Rodents in the Winter, the hidden guests in your home. We just want to talk a little bit about why rodents come into your home, a little bit of information about rodents, some fun facts. Rodent infestations, and particularly mice infestations, spike significantly in the winter. This is because of the warmth of your home. They're attracted to that. The holes, if you have any holes in your home around the perimeter, mice can squeeze through a hole the size of a dime, which is absolutely insane. Any holes need to be covered. That's something our team is really good at finding and doing, is covering the holes. And then food. So obviously,
Sorry, continue what you were saying.
What?
The food.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about the food. thinking
What
about
with the food?
They're attracted to food.
Oh, okay.
Of course they are. You know, sometimes we're stating the obvious, but okay. And that includes pet food. Funny enough, the reason you don't want mice is, besides the health risks of carrying diseases, allergens, contamination, all of those things, they also cause a lot of structural damage. So they chew wires, insulation, wood, which obviously isn't safe. How you spot a mouse is obviously seeing a mouse is number one. If you see droppings around your house or apartment, that might mean that you have a mouse. Gnaw marks. So if you see little chew marks here and there, that could be it. If your pet is acting weird, I mean, sometimes pets just act weird. It could also be because of a mouse. Or if you hear scratching sounds just randomly, that also could be a mouse. And the best way to do it yourself is just sealing up entry points, sanitation of food storage, traps, and baits. But of course, the best way to do it is professional extermination. And who really wants to deal with cleaning that stuff up and finding it? And, you know, it's hard to solve the problem.
One interesting thing about rodents is they can't exactly morph the way that we could imagine into small spaces, but they are able to squeeze themselves through. And what I mean by that is they have really flexible bodies. They have a flexible skeletal structure, especially their ribs and their spine. And this allows them to compress their bodies and contort them into different shapes. Their skull structure isn't completely fused. So this gives them some flexibility in their head, allowing them to squeeze through openings that might seem too small. And they just also ultimately have a really strong motivation because they're driven by hunger and the need for shelter. And so they're incredibly persistent, and they can use their claws and teeth to widen these small openings. They can squeeze through openings about 1/4 of an inch, and rats, which are larger, can fit through holes about the size of a quarter, which is about 1/2 of an inch. I think that's
And
a
some
pretty
rats
key takeaway.
Are huge. When you look
Yeah.
in cities,
Looking at New York City.
specifically, like New York, Philadelphia, my God, insane, huge pests. I mean, I remember when we were growing up, we lived in the city of Philadelphia, and we lived downtown in Old City. And one time, I kid you not, we saw a rat in the back of the house. I think they're called reservoir dogs is the name of the rat. They're literally the size of a small cat. They're this big.
Crazy.
And to think that those giant rats could probably fit through something the size of a quarter is just absolutely insane.
I was on the subway to work last week. There was this man that was there. He seemed like, he was having an interesting day. And he had this massive rat. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like the size of like what Michael was talking about, probably this big. And he had a collar on the rat and was walking the rat like a dog through the subway. I immediately changed carts, but that was an interesting one for sure.
What?
Yeah.
How did I never hear this story? My God, that's wild.
Okay, so I think our next segment is going to be 2 truths and a lie. Michael's going to be guessing. I'm going to be giving the 3 prompts. Are we ready to get into it, Mike?
Sure, let's go.
Okay. Fact 1. Integrated pest management focuses on the long-term prevention and uses the least toxic methods possible. Second, the best way to get rid of ants is to smash them when you see them. The others won't know what happened.
I think that's probably the lie, but let's hear number 3.
3, bedbugs can survive for months without feeding.
That is definitely true. Okay. So number 2.
Okay. I might have made
Smashing
that
the ants.
I might have made that a little bit too easy. Okay, we'll get into a second one. Some ant specialties are attracted to electrical currents and can nest inside appliances, causing short circuits and damage. That's number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, ultrasonic pest repellents are highly effective at eliminating most common household pests. Number 3, certain essential oils like peppermint and clove can act as natural repellents for some insect, but their effectiveness is often limited and temporary.
Number 2 is false again.
Ah.
I just know too much about pests. What can I say?
Okay, I have to get you one more time. 1, introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs always provides long-term effective control of aphids and other garden pests. Do you know what aphids are?
I have no idea.
They're a minute bug that feeds by sucking sap from plants. It reproduces rapidly, often without mating, and may live in large colonies.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got it. Yeah, I know what these are.
2nd, some cockroach species can develop resistance to certain insecticides, making them harder to eliminate over time.
Okay.
And number 3, dust mites primarily feed on dead skin and are a major trigger for allergies and asthma. I might have made this a little bit too hard.
I know cockroaches can survive a nuclear blast, which is just absolutely crazy to think about. I think number 1 is the false.
Yes. So the lie is that introducing beneficial insects like ladybugs always provides long-term effective control of aphids, our new favorite word, and other garden pests.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe favorite word might be like a slight exaggeration. Okay, well, because your pest control knowledge is too on point, I'll do one more 2 truths and a lie, not pest control edition. And you can tell me what you think, so I can at least try to get you on this one. Ready? Goldfish have a 3-second memory.
That is true, I think.
Humans share about 50% of their DNA with bananas, and cats can taste sweet things.
Cats can't taste sweet things.
Wrong! He lost this one, guys. The lie is that goldfish have a 3-second memory. How long is goldfish's memory? Oh, they have a memory of actually several months. That's a myth.
What?
Yeah. And a truth is that humans share about 50% of their DNA with bananas. That's true.
Well, I had a feeling that was true. It's just so ridiculous. I mean, it had to be true.
Okay, guys. So here's a prevention tip from our team. 1, seal those cracks. Rodents and insects can squeeze through surprisingly small openings, as you all know after your education through this episode. So inspect your home's foundation, windows, doors, pipes for any cracks or gaps. And you can even call one of our team members to help inspect that area.
Our phone number, easy to remember, 215-DEAD-BUG. Pretty cool. So really easy Really easy to remember. What? Why are you
Really cool,
laughing?
actually.
Really cool.
What we want to lastly talk about is pro rodent control. Pro rodent control means more than just traps. Experts inspect to identify the rodent type, then seal all entry points, like what we were talking about. And they strategically place traps and bait and advise on sanitation to prevent any further problems. So, this is a comprehensive long term approach that Mainline takes. We're going to continue to do this where it's not going to be a super long podcast. We just have a little bit of fun. We're going to have some fun guest stars and teach you guys a lot of good pro tips. We're excited to talk about it. If you have any questions, if you want to speak to any of our experts, please give us a call. Check out our website.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.